So there's a new video out there. Well, maybe not be new, but basically this little Christian 8-year-old boy named Christian, and his mother is an atheist, and apparently they're having the discussion outside. And I'll link to the whole video, but I kind of cut through just basically to the basic questions that he asked, and the highlights of the discussion, because a certain theist is promoting that this little 8-year-old Christian kid owns his atheist mother, as if the questions and the responses this kid had were this, just overwhelmingly intelligent, response to the stupid atheist mother or something. Yeah, it's not. So here, I'm just going to play the highlights.
Why would a God just leave us dying and doing nothing nowhere? Why would a God do that?
Fantastic question.
Why do you think God would do that to people?
Because.
Because why? Come here.
I don't know. Because they don't believe in him.
So what we see is the little kid trying to put the pieces together, and trying to justify God doing such a horrible act. But he's 8. He doesn't really know, and so it disturbs me that the theists in question, the ones on these comment sections or the ones producing the video for sure, are all like, "Oh yeah, this kid totally owned his atheist mother with his logic."
You had to go to the gate of hell because you don't know a Christian. You don't believe in God. Wait a second. Why did God name me after that?
What?
Whenever you give me a name, that's what God names me.
That's what I named you. I gave you that name.
Well, then why am I the same word? Why am I the same name as God's
People?
Yes. I wonder what.
That's just a name.
And so in the next thing that the kid says, that the theist, whoever made this video, whoever made this claim that the Christian kid owned his atheist mom with these questions, is why is he named Christian? Why is he a Christian? Why would he name him that? And she just says it's his name, it's just a name. Now, I was thinking maybe it's possible that maybe she was a Christian before and she's not now, or, you would think that if you're going to name a kid something, especially if she was an atheist at the time when she had the kid, maybe she just really liked the name Christian, or maybe she was a theist at the time and did it now. But if she was an atheist at the time, it would be a really bad idea to name your kid Christian, in my opinion. Also, naming a kid that you're going to raise as a Christian, anytime I see that in real life, they end up being douches. I've met several Christians named Christian, and they're all asshats. So, that would be my reason for not naming a kid Christian, but there's really nothing else I can add to this, so let's move on.
There has to be a God, because who created this earth? Who created the moon? Who created the sun? And who created the stars?
Anybody else seeing a trend between many Christians that I come across, especially creationists, and this 8-year-old child? Well, who created God? Who created the stars and the universe and everything? How did we get here? Okay, you ask a question that you don't know and maybe I don't know, so therefore God. Yeah, this kid, if he continues out, he's going to be a great YouTube apologist.
Why would a God just leave us laying there in our graves, dying?
What?
Leave
Because
us sleeping and doing nothing.
Then the child asks, basically, well, there's dead bodies. Why would God just let the bodies just lie? If we were his creation, why would this happen? Again, this is just more of a, well, I don't want to believe this to be the case, therefore God kind of thing. But again, 8-year-old. He doesn't quite understand. Just because you don't want something to be the case doesn't mean your argument or your belief is better. Some things are true, despite how you feel about it.
Why can't you let mommy believe what I want to believe?
Because I don't want you to go to hell. You know what it's like there?
No, do you? Have you ever been there?
I know. Freaking demons tearing off your darn skin
Christian, come here.
and killing you. And you're going to be flaming and flying.
So the next question or next statement that the kid makes that apparently impressed the theist that made this video and the few theists that are in the comments section was the concept of, hell. The flaming and torturous, flaming, melting, all this stuff that the kid talked about. Who told this to the kid? Why would you talk about hell to a little kid, 8 years old? Why would you say something like that? I mean, this is a standard apologetic for, for adults, the hellfire and whatnot. But the kid was kind of descriptive, flaming and melting and burning your skin off and stuff like that. Why would you be so descriptive to a fucking 8-year-old kid?
Why are you getting mad about this?
Because
Why can't mommy...
there is
Hey,
a God.
why can't... Hey, come here. Come here.
There's no
Chill out. Calm down.
There is a God.
Calm down. Why can't mommy have her own opinion on this?
Well, then you're going to go to darn hell.
Why do you think I'm going to go to hell? Because who told you that?
If you go to hell,
Who told you that?
see you.
Who
You
told you
want
that? Come here. Come here to me. Who told you that? Who told you? Christian.
If you're not Christian, you have to go to hell. Because you don't believe in God.
You're gonna have to forgive me. Breaking up and I don't know why. This is particularly, getting my goat. I guess I'm far too sympathetic. Whatever. I'm a pussy. I don't give a shit. But pay attention to the kid. The entire video. You can see that he's getting stressed out. He's grabbing onto the pole. He's spinning in circles. He's grabbing his head. He's thinking so hard. He's getting angry. He's trying to come up with whatever because he's scared. Then scared for his mother's life. Because he's afraid that she's going to hell. And then the more that she talks, the angrier that he gets. Because he so desperately wants her to be in heaven. He said, I'm not going to be able to see you anymore. He's afraid that she's going to be suffering and, getting tortured and eternity forever. He's an 8-year-old kid. This is not the kind of shit that they should be going through. This is not stuff that you teach little kids. They should be learning multiplication tables and stupid shit like that. Not the eternity of their family and loved ones if they don't believe in God. If you want to have a kid and you're a believer, you have every right to teach your kid what you believe. I look at like Losoyo, and I've seen this little girl, and she's 4 or 5. I think I'm terrible at guessing ages, but she seems quite young enough, and I kind of get the impression that Losoyo isn't going around telling his kid about hell. They talk about God's love and His mercy and that He loves you and He wants to be a father figure. He wants to be your friend and protector. Fine. I disagree. I don't believe, but, and that's fine. You do that. But someone had to teach this kid about hell, about suffering for eternity. Is that something you fucking tell a little kid? You know, my niece, you know, my sister, I'm the only person in my family that's an atheist. Well, I think my mom kind of is now, you know. But when I first deconverted, I thought about my nieces. I love my nieces. I see them a lot. But they believe in God. They're teaching them about God and, you know, watching Veggie Tales and stuff like that. Thankfully, they're not teaching them about hell and, you know, they don't know that I'm an atheist. One's like 7, the other one's 4. I'm just Uncle Phil. If someone would ever tell my niece that I was going to hell, oh, I don't know what I would do. I couldn't look my nieces in the eye if they were to ask me if I was going to hell or why I don't believe in God. The mother found it kind of silly and goofy because it was her kid. You know, because she felt like she knows better. But from the perspective of that little kid, that has to be gut-wrenching. It has to be terrible. How could anyone do that to a little kid? Okay. Whew. Sorry. Alright, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Ugh. This kid didn't own his atheist mother. He didn't ask any questions that were worth a damn. All we got to see on camera was the kid suffering. I hope somebody was at least able to settle this kid's nerves, help him feel a bit better. Hopefully he grows up and, you know, I don't know. It just pisses me off that this theist and the others that supported this, you know, were so happy for this and, you know, but they don't, nobody talks about the kid, what this kid is going through. So Christians that are out there, like I'm claiming Lasilio, and I'm sure there's many other great Christians out there, don't tell your kids about hell. They are far too fucking young for this concept, and it doesn't help. It's just scaring the kids more. The kids don't need that kind of trauma. Alright, that's all I'm going to say on that. This is the Atheist Chef signing off. Peace. He doesn't really know, and so it disturbs me that the theists in question, the ones on these comment sections, or the ones producing the video for sure, are all like, oh yeah, this kid totally owned his atheist mother with his logic.
You had to go to the gate of hell because you're not a Christian. You don't believe in God. Wait.
Asked, and the highlights of the discussion, because a certain theist is promoting that this little 8-year-old Christian kid owns his atheist mother. As if the questions and the responses this kid had were this, just overwhelmingly and fantastic question.
Why do you think God would do that to people? Because why? Come here.
I don't know, because they don't believe in him.
So what we see is the little kid trying to put the pieces together, and trying to justify God doing such a horrible act? But he's 8. Intelligent, response to the stupid atheist mother or something. Yeah, it's not. So, here, I'm just going to play the highlights.
Why would a God just leave us dying, and doing nothing nowhere? Why would a God do that?
So there's a new video out there. Well, maybe not be new, but basically this little Christian 8-year-old boy named Christian, and his mother is an atheist, and apparently they're having the discussion outside, and I'll link to the whole video, but I kind of cut through just basically to the basic questions that he asked.